This is Prep Rally brought to you by the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. We're 3 games into conference play in Class 6A, but even with a long season still ahead, that does not mean every game is not important. Bentonville was 15 games into its schedule before it finally played a home game Tuesday night, and the Tigers did not disappoint. 9 players scored as the Tigers torched Rogers Heritage 76-47, giving Coach Dick Rippee career win number 350. Now for Bentonville, they jumped out to a big lead and they pushed the margin to more than 40 points in the fourth quarter. Hayden Shanks led the way for the Tigers with 16 points. Bentonville guard Jalen Lee said his team played with more intensity Tuesday night.
Well, the key tonight was for big starts, meaning intensity, aggressiveness from everyone, even including me. I'm not gonna lie, some of our first games in conference, we just slacked a little bit, not having a lot of energy, not wanting to be the biggest team and the best team in the gym, have energy and everything. And all we have to come up with was energy, and when we do, it turns out good for the team.
What did you have to do to kind of get that energy going? I mean, you guys kind of have a little get together. What'd you do?
Well, it just starts with wanting to go out there and play, and want to just have fun. Sometimes I feel like guys, and including me, have a lot of pressure on them to carry for expectations of everybody. So it's just energy just comes out whenever we just have fun. That's basically it.
Coach Rippee, he said, according to him, the 350 wins means he's just old.
Number 350 win there. How does that feel to hit that milestone tonight?
It just means I'm getting old. That's all it means.
We all are.
No, it's just a great night for our guys. I mean, we've played a really difficult schedule and felt like that was one of the best games that we've had. We played a long time this year, and that was our first home game. And our guys obviously were excited to play tonight and to be at home and not have to drive somewhere. And so it was nice for them. And now we go on the road for 2 more before we come back home. So.
Photos like the ones seen in today's show can be seen and purchased on our website at nwaonline.com/photo. So be sure and check those out online or in the digital edition of the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Now, if you'd like to see more photos like these from our award-winning photographers, they are featured in the digital edition every day for subscribers to the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Also on Tuesday night, Fayetteville rolled over Fort Smith Southside 75-37. That moved the Bulldogs to 3-0 in the 6A West. Now, this would have set up a big home game on Friday night against Bentonville, but that game has been postponed. Now, Springdale Har-Ber also moved to 3-0 in conference play on Tuesday night as Miles Rofe hit a pull-up jumper at the buzzer, leading the Wildcats to a 43-41 win against crosstown rival Springdale in a tremendous game. Now, this game was a barn burner from tip to finish before Rofe worked his way free and nailed a mid-range dagger for the win. The Wildcats are scheduled to travel to Bentonville West on Friday. And 6A girls action on Tuesday, Springdale Har-Ber moved to 3-0 in the West with a 70-44 win against Springdale. And how about Rogers Heritage assistant coach Stephanie Jeffrey? She found out just a few hours before Tuesday night's game that she would be coaching her first varsity game, and her team responded as the Lady War Eagles claimed a 64-53 win at Bentonville for her first varsity coaching win. Also on Tuesday, Fayetteville earned a 61-39 win on the road at Fort Smith Southside. Now, big games were not just reserved for those in the 6A. Undefeated Gentry hosted Prairie Grove in a 4A1 conference clash on Tuesday, and this one lived up to its billing. Gentry moved to 18-0 on the season with a 38-37 win. Alyssa McCarty had 18 points for the Lady Pioneers. Gentry coach Toby Tivaball spoke with our Rick Fires after the game.
So this bunch, in pregame, I was talking to Coach Froud and kind of discussing how we were young, and I felt like maybe we were a year away. But that they know how to win. And so we've had some success so far that maybe I thought was coming and not quite with us yet. And, that was just another case tonight. We did some things wrong, but we also made some big plays, and this bunch just kind of expects to win.
Now, the schedule does not get any easier for Gentry as they host Pea Ridge on Friday. Now, you can get even more prep sports news on teams from the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with our weekly Prep Rally podcast, which can be heard on SoundCloud, Apple, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. The Prep Rally podcast drops every Wednesday throughout the school year. Now, the game almost everyone's been waiting on was going to be played on Friday night, as undefeated Fort Smith Northside was scheduled to host Conway in a huge 6A Central girls game. However, that game has now been postponed. Northside is looking for an opponent for Friday night, and if they are able to find one, they will play their first game in their brand new, beautiful arena right by Northside High School. So hopefully Northside can find a game, and they'll get that game played on Friday. But the Conway at Fayetteville girls game, the big game in the 6A Central, will not be played on Friday night. As we also mentioned before, Fayetteville was scheduled to host Bentonville in the top boys game in the 6A West, but that game also has been canceled. And we also had several games postponed this week for COVID protocols, and that will continue to be the case as COVID numbers are back up again. So these are fluid. Teams are looking for games. These schedules and things can change at a drop of a hat. So just bear with us. Hopefully we'll get the numbers back down and everything will move back to a normal schedule. That's it for this week's edition of Prep Rally. We'll be back next week to recap another exciting round of prep basketball. Until then, stay safe and do your part in helping our kids have the kind of season they deserve. Thanks for watching.